When you wake up really early in the morning, there are certain things in your life that will simply align themselves. And no, that's not superstition, that's logic and a lot of experience. I like to start my day at 4 in the morning, so liking is one thing, but do I really follow through? I actually do. I mean, yeah, not every day is going to be the same, but most days, if you can follow through. Quickly skimming through emails for the day, looking at the calendar. And I'm going to come back to this later through the day in a more structured manner. But first, pre-workout. You know, it doesn't have to be super fancy. As long as it can fuel your session, any pre-workout is good. Definitely add some protein. I'm not really doing so much proteins right now because I'm kind of lazy to make eggs, but I'll have my post-workout immediately after, so that's gonna have protein. And that is post-workout. Yes, there are days where... Yeah, someone's come home. There are days when I'm in the mood for a burger or maybe... But today, it's not one of those days. Eggs, rice, vegetables, and a dollop of ghee. Good old classic. Bodybuilding style. Old school. Easy. See, people always say dieting is expensive. By people, I mean some people. And there are genuine ones. Like if you're adding stuff like shrimp, avocado, mozzarella, feta, day in, day out into your diet, it's going to be expensive. But then there are those people who constantly claim dieting is really expensive and clean eating is a luxury. But they can really afford Saturday night parties or going for Zomato or Swiggy deliveries 5 times a week. What do you call that? That is true luxury. Having food delivered to where you live without moving a muscle. Of course, you're moving your thumb, but without moving a muscle. It's not even close to people calling clean eating luxury. If you pick your foods, we live in India. Food is... All right, get this. This, expensive. But everyone's got a phone. This, expensive. A lot of people have tablets. This, expensive. And all of this is just for India. When you go outside of India, in a lot of Western countries, gadgets are not really expensive, but food in India is super cheap. You can't even compare. Like you go to the UK, you want to go to a corner shop or just go to a basic kebab store. You want to have like a nice doner with some meat and some fries. That's going to be 15 quid easily if it's a decent place. Maybe push it to 12 for the cheapest of places. That's 1,200 bucks in India. Here for 1,200, you can go to a fancy buffet for brunch in a star hotel. That's the difference. So don't come at me with clean eating is expensive and dieting is really a luxury. Nobody's believing you. And on that note, I got some emails and I'll catch you after that. And just like that, it's Maghrib, which means it's time for meal number 3. So meal number 3 is again something very basic. Got some rice, got some sambar on that, got some snake gourd or ivy gourd, I'm not entirely sure. Some sort of a gourd, 6 egg whites. And 2 maholigs. And that is a wrap for the day. That was a long day. Take it, Lama. And that brings us to the last meal of the day, meal number 4. Good old rice and chicken. See, the thing about having boring meals is that they give you structure. And on busy days, that structure really comes in handy. Yes, of course, on days when I'm feeling really fancy, I'm going to throw in other stuff like, maybe some biryani, some khichdi. Biryani is not really fancy, but khichdi, perhaps, yeah. Maybe some chettinad chicken, whatever works. But today, it's good old chicken and rice. And that is a wrap.